The New England Patriots just took a major step forward. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron on the daily Patriots content. Don't miss out. All you got to do is subscribe, notification bell, and hit the like button. Guys, what's there not to like? The Patriots, they won the other day. You might say, listen, pump the brakes. Pump the brakes, Aaron. Have mercy. It's a preseason game. Regardless, things are looking up. We have things to be excited about, and so we're going to talk about them here. On the first part of the episode, what we're going to be jumping into, specifically the offensive line, a player we have not talked about much, but is a big step forward for this organization and much better than last year. We're going to be jumping into that. First, on the back end, we're going to be talking about something that I'm very bummed about, not ideal, but something that happened obviously the other day and what the Patriots are doing moving forward. So we're going to jump into that. First and foremost, the man, the myth, the legend, Marcus Bryant, starting at right tackle. Morgan Moses, obviously he's an older guy. A lot of starters did not necessarily play a ton. People were being rested, all that fun stuff. But Marcus Bryant got the start. On the other side of the line, the left side, you saw Will Campbell. You saw Jared Wilson at left guard. A lot of rookies. But the big step forward, first and foremost, is the fact that the Patriots' offensive line significantly better. That's one. Two, there are going to be some solid depth pieces on this offensive line. That's huge. That is from last year. Again, we cannot forget the circus that was the offensive line last year and them trying to find players to throw into this and figure out this puzzle last year. It was a debacle. It was rough to watch. Again, there are players they ended up picking up. Jacobs, Ben Brown, that I truly think, with what they did with the time they had, they didn't do bad. But again, it was rough. Going into the 2025 season now, we have players in place in the depth positions. We have some good battles, and one of those guys that's going to be a depth piece for this team is Marcus Bryant, and potentially has a future at a starting position on this offensive line on the right side. Now, Mike Vrabel came out and said already, listen, Marcus Bryant, he earned that start in this preseason game, which is awesome to hear, but he's going to need to be able to play the right side and the left side. Now, if you don't know the deep dive on him, he was a 7th-round pick this past year, played for Missouri his last year in college football. Before that, he was at SMU. At SMU, at the time, they were still in the American Athletic Conference. His last year there, he was first team all AAC. You want to say ACC so bad, but you can't. Now SMU is in the ACC. Tongue twister right there. But also, if you didn't know, now you know. So anyways, he started that game, and then he is typically that first person up when Moses is out. So again, it just goes to show the step forward for the Patriots on multiple fronts for this team. But one of the biggest being the offensive line. Not only do they have people in place, and yes, there's going to be growing pains. We saw that already on the left side of the line when there was essentially a free rusher that came in and wreaked some havoc. Drake May should have thrown it, should have taken the sack. He ends up fumbling it. It was a whole debacle, was not ideal. But moving forward, a lot of youth on this line, depth on this line, a lot of potential on this offensive line. Again, I will tell you, do not expect this offensive line to be the best in the NFL. But I think in a handful of years, you can see, or a couple years, this line is going to continue to grow and develop and get even better. I'm excited to see it. I think Marcus Bryant is a guy that I wasn't sure going into training camp if he was going to make this team. I'm here to tell you right now, I think he is a bona fide lock for this team. Now, Jack Conley, if you didn't notice, he was taking reps as well at tackle. He played guard at Boston College this past year, his collegiate career. And so I think right now they have guard figured out. They have, most likely Jared Wilson at that left guard position. And then the depth pieces, you have a Ben Brown who can play both center and guard. You have Cole Strange, who the heck knows what's going to happen with him. But they already have the depth at guard. So the question becomes tackle. Marcus Bryant's there. It was a great steal in the 7th round. Great move by the Patriots. Again, on multiple fronts for this offensive line, it is a major step forward and something we need if we want to make a push this season into the playoffs, which again, I think they can. So comment below. Tell me what you think about Marcus Bryant. You high on him, you low on him. You might say, Aaron, you think he's a lock for the team? That's a joke. Again, I think he's a good depth piece. I think he was a steal in the 7th round. He played with Membu, who was the right tackle for Missouri. And I think he overshadowed Bryant quite a bit. But again, the Patriots have shown before they have found players and brought them in, developed them, and they've been great. So again, Marcus Bryant, do not sleep on him. What do you think? Comment below. Next up, I was going to lead with this, but I didn't want to because it killed me a little bit inside. But Land Larison put on the IR list, injured reserves. He is done for his rookie season, which is a bummer. In my opinion, his stock only rose after the game against Washington, where he had that rushing touchdown. He had a good return. He saw some special teams. He really is a jack of all trades type of player. On the broadcast, of course, they're comparing him to Rex Burkhead. And so apparently he was seen in a walking boot in the locker room. They put him on IR, which means his season is done. And so the question, becomes now, what is that next step for the Patriots? Again, I just want to a bummer for Land Larison. He and Efton Chisholm were two guys I was very, very high on that were undrafted free agents. They were paid accordingly and guaranteed money for undrafted free agent. And so it's a bummer. But Deneric Price just signed with the Patriots. I believe I'm saying that name right. If not, apologies. Did I say Price? Prince. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. Anyways, undrafted free agent out of time. I was holding back tears for Land Larison. That's why. But Prince, he was an undrafted free agent out of Tulsa. Did okay in Tulsa. If you looked at his numbers in Tulsa, it wasn't anything crazy. But he was signed by the Kansas City Chiefs, who won the Super Bowl. So he has a Super Bowl ring. They beat the 49ers that year. Then he jumped onto the practice squad of the Dolphins, later released, and then went to the UFL with the Memphis Showboats. Again, sweet name for the UFL. And now just picked up by the Patriots in the UFL. He was the 7th leading rusher with, I believe, 377 yards. Nothing crazy, nothing to write home about. Do I think he makes the team? No, I do not. I think the final running back room is going to be as followed. It will be Ramondre, it will be Travion Henderson, and it will be Antonio Gibson. That is going to be who it is. I don't think Prince makes the team. I think you will see, obviously there'll probably be a running back or two on the practice squad, but that's going to be it. So Land Larison, unfortunately, his season is over. I know he was a fan favorite with a lot of you guys. What are your thoughts on that whole thing? Comment below. Also, what are your thoughts on Marcus Bryant? Comment. Love to hear him. The other day, a big controversy in the comments. If you didn't read it, I was going to pull it up, but I thought it was hilarious. I put motherload just because I thought it was funny, and I spelled load L-O-A-D. Apparently, grammatically, that is not correct. It should be L-O-D-E. Again, my first response was just kind of, this is funny. That's my fault. I literally teach high school PE. I'm not an English teacher. There's a reason I didn't go into English. One of my favorite King of the Hill quotes is Hank Hill going up to Bobby and saying, "Bobby, how the heck are you getting a D in English when you speak it?" And it was just hilarious because it's like, yeah, I speak it, but people make mistakes. But it was a funny comment thread if you go back and look at it. But again, we're all Patriots fans. We're all just trying to have fun. It is what it is. So comment below. Tell me what you guys think. Marcus Bryant, Prince, Larison, what the heck are your thoughts? Comment below. We will talk soon. Hit the subscribe button on your way out. Peace.